Ross Bjork catching a ton of flack over other stuff. When it comes to this, I love the initiative. Okay. I don't love every single thing, but I love the initiative to make make a better game day atmosphere. We've been sitting here whining about this for 20 years. What can we do to make it better? And here comes a guy. He goes around. Sure, he stole an idea from here and an idea from here, and he put a little Ohio State twist on it. But it's initiative to make something better. And I'm not ever going to knock somebody for doing that. A couple of things I love. I love incorporating the victory bell. It's underutilized. I love the stadium architecture. I love that bell. I think there's probably a lot of people who don't even know about that bell. And bringing that into, like I think the Minnesota Vikings games, when they start off with somebody important blows the horn. Like I think of it like that. It's the start of the damn game. Here we go. Third down, instead of hell's bells, we can hear the real bell. It's cool. I like it. I dig that. Moving the band, the way they repackage that messaging, and to know we're doing this to make this louder, not because we're building these stands down here. That was brilliant. I loved that too. Also like that they're putting speakers on a field. That's really smart. I've heard that opposing players really have a hard time with that at Texas, where they've got temporary speakers on the field, blasting in the band. The song tone, the song Ohio. I think we could have sought a little more feedback on the particular song, but I do like having a new anthem that has more energy to it outside of the band. I think the idea behind it's good. I don't know what else. The towels, obviously, towels really get places hyped that embrace the towels. I'm a Browns fan. Don't love the idea there with it's got to be a towel, but a pom-pom's no better. So what are you going to do? I know I was talking to my buddy who was a security guy on the field at Heinz Field, and he said that when they really get it going, you can feel the field shaking under your feet. If it can be anything like that, that's cool. I did get some feedback from that particular song. This isn't a campfire state. The gentleman said it's like a meme of Ohioans. Let's enjoy some music together and share a Pabst like we're a sticky mullet wearing smokers with cut off flannels and jorts. So not everybody happy with the song. How do you feel about all this, Tone? What do you think?
I'm with you. Like everybody complains about the lack of environment. So, okay, well, what are all of the places that have great environments? What do they do? And I'll tell you, the AMP song is a great example of this because you go to Oregon and they have something similar. That's where Ohio State got it. And it's awesome. And they sing this song, Coming Home parentheses Oregon by Matt Kearney. And it's great. And it's a very similar song. It's a little bit longer and there's more sing-along parts. And I think in terms of finding a song, they could have found one that had more sing-along parts. And then this song starts pretty quickly and it's got a lot of fast words, and that doesn't make for a great stadium sing-along.
Right.
But it's the idea. And again, these are all ideas. And I like the Buckeye leaves again in for the fans and for the stadium. I like basically all of South Stands is going to be students. And I love that. I don't know why Block O was ever split up. When I was a student there 30 years ago, it was all North End. And so now it'll all be South End, and you'll have all of the students there, and they can be as loud as they want. They'll show up late, I'm sure. And it'll take a while for South Stands to fill in, but having the band on the north side with the amplification, I think is going to be great. I know there are some people upset about Hang On Sloopy moving from the end of the third quarter. Yeah, I mean, they can still play it at the end of the third quarter if they want. They can play it whenever they want. The Victory Bell thing is, I was going to a post game. It was I think it was last season, and there was nobody showed up to ring the Victory Bell. So like the person that ran the thing had to go and do it. So when people talk about, well, the Victory Bell, it's important. The bell ringers, weren't even showing up. So like, this is a situation where we're making it, Ross Bjork is like, we're making it more important. And so is that a problem? Why is that a problem? And I know there's the whole thing of, if you ring the Victory Bell before a win, you're going to jinx Ohio State. And it's like, of all the football gods out there, I don't know that they're worried about that one, but I get it, because if they do it and they lose and Texas beats them, I don't know that we're going to see it in week 2. And if we do see it in week 2 and they lose to Grambling, we're not going to see it in week 3. So I'll just guarantee that right now. But and the towels, I guarantee everybody's going to want a towel that first game, because it's going to be 96 degrees out. So it's like, I love this towel. And that will change with the themes. Like I was talking with the director of marketing about all of this, and I was asking, what's the price point? It's like, well, we don't know yet in terms of how much it's going to cost, but they obviously want to make it accessible. I think the terrible towel is like $15. I would assume it would be lower than that, but assuming something would be lower than that in terms of Ohio State pricing, I don't want to throw that out there. But like with the blackout for Penn State, kind of assume there's going to be a black towel for military appreciation, assume there would be a camouflage towel for a Michigan game type of thing. There's going to be something special with that as well. So there'll be different towels to purchase, of course. I think Texas does towels and they give them out to everybody basically. Like, there's other schools that will not necessarily charge you for things like that. But I remember when I was a student, we had the pom-poms, and those would end up everywhere, and you wouldn't take them home necessarily because there'd be more next week. And so I don't have a problem with trying to do some things, different things, incorporate things that have worked elsewhere and saying, hey, let's see if they can work here. And if only 6 of the 8 things work, now you got 6 things that work and keep people engaged.
6. Yeah. You're +6. That's a good thing. What drives me nuts about these guys, man, I got to tell you, we're doing a scarlet out. We're doing the stripe out. We're doing a blackout. We've got no confirmation if we're doing the matching uniforms, which everybody loves when you do this. I'm a traditionalist, a uniform traditionalist, but these new ones, they're the same template. It's just changing the color. It's not a alt uniform. It is the uniform. So even a guy like me digs that, and everybody loves it. Everybody wants it. And it's always this huge struggle about it. I don't understand it. Don't get me started on the gray sleeves. I mean, I just don't understand why it's got to be so difficult with something that is so simple. Your thoughts, Tony?
I have sleeve blindness. Like, I'm not able to point stuff like that out, but I have always liked the alternate uniforms that were going, we've never seen them before. They were an homage to the 1942 team. I liked all of those different helmets. They all grew on me. They all did well with age. So I like some of the changes, but yeah, like I hate the gray jerseys. I don't like the black jerseys. And I'll tell you why. You can't read the numbers from the press box. And so it's like, you're watching players. I don't know who that is. I'm sure it's either a 4 or it's a 2 or it's an 8 or it's a 9. And so that's one where I start yelling at the clouds with these darn alternate jerseys. Like make them easier for me to read. But I like all the stuff that, all the Terrell Pryor, those were just really different stuff, as opposed to now everything we've seen it before, and it's not as special. The players still love it. So I guess that's all that matters. But when there's no one-off thing, I think it loses some luster.